Hello everybody and welcome to SnackTube. Today I've got something which I'm I'd say I'm a little bit excited to have. Something that I haven't had in absolute years, probably 20 years maybe. It's something we used to get quite a lot as kids, but these days I'm not really that fussed by it. And to be honest, I don't go into a lot of sweetie shops, so I don't really see a lot of this stuff. I found this in, what do you call it? It's that pound shop, the one that took over from that last pound shop chain. One Below, I think they're called. So I found it in there. They were doing them for like 20p or something, so I decided to grab one and give it a try. So this is a Sherbet fountain. So the Sherbet fountain, a classic British sweetie. They've had these in this country for absolutely donkeys. I'm not sure exactly how long, but they're made by Barrett. At least now they are. They might not have been made by the same company years and years ago, but yeah, these have been around for absolutely ages, and it's been a popular sweet in this country for a really long time. Maybe not so much these days, just because the amount of choice that we have these days for sweeties is absolutely unreal. Back when these were popular, you didn't really get American sweets, but now it's like Oreos everywhere and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I used to like these when I was a quid. I was a quid once, and then I changed into a 50p. When I was a kid, I used to quite like these because I used to like licorice, and it's basically just sugar in a tub. Of course, they were very different back then. This is all made from plastic. The container, which is probably a bad thing for the environment, to be honest, but definitely more hygienic, especially in these days, what with coronavirus and whatnot. Because when I was a kid, these were still when I was a kid, these were still in paper, so it was like a paper tube, and the licorice bit really just kind of popped out the top, and you just kind of took it off the shelf. The licorice was already there. I mean, for all you know, people have been fingering all the licorice. Can't get away with that these days with these sorts of things, I don't imagine. So that's probably why they had to, change it for hygiene reasons. But yeah, I used to pick it up, and sometimes like the bottom of one would be broken, and bloody powder would go everywhere. You'd look like bloody Tony Montana. But still, they were fun. I miss the old days when you just go to the shop with a wee 50p, come back with, a Freddo and a Sherbet fountain, a packet of crisps, a can of juice, a newspaper. But then they installed all those security cameras, so what can you do? But yeah, quite interesting to try this and see if it still lives up to the memory. So let's have a wee read about it. So it's Sherbet with a licorice dip, no artificial colours and flavours. If you're not entirely satisfied with this product, please return it along with details of when and where it was purchased to Tangerine Confectionery Limited. Tangerine Confectionery. So there you go. That's what the company is called that makes them. Choking hazard. Don't give it to children under 36 months. So let's see what the ingredients are. There shouldn't be much to it, really. I mean, there shouldn't be much. Maybe the licorice. It's a bit more complicated than the powder, but here we go. So it's made from wheat flour, corn flour, sodium bicarbonate, acids, colour, which is plain caramel, licorice extract, anti-caking agent, flavouring, and aniseed oil. So that's it. Aniseed oil is prime ingredient of licorice. I used to get these things called aniseed balls. You can still get them in certain sweet shops, which I used to suck on all day. I don't know why. These days I'm not really a huge fan of them anymore, but my dad used to buy them. So I suppose it was probably one of the few sweeties we could get without having to spend my own money. So no artificial colours and flavours, suitable for vegetarians. Doesn't say anything about being suitable for vegans, but going by the ingredients doesn't really... There's nothing in there that would scream to me that it's not vegan. I don't know, it's hard to say because sometimes these extracts can come from animals, like certain dyes and things like that. So it's it doesn't say. But this is a 25 gram pack, so let's have a wee look at the nutrition, see what we've got here. So per pack, 94 calories, that seems alright for something that size. 0.1 grams of fat, which is nothing. 0.1 grams of saturate, again, nothing. 22.8 grams of carbs, quite a lot of carbs for only 98 calories, that's weird. Of which sugar is 20.7 grams, so lots and lots of sugar. That makes up the majority of the carbs. Protein, 0.3 grams, none in that, none really. 0.81 grams of salt. So, yeah, ultimately it's just a big old pile of sugar. Right, so I'm going to bust this open and see what it's like. Well, it says twist to open, so here we go. Oh, use your muscles, Matty, come on. Okay, alright, so it's actually just a full-on plastic lid. Which, you know what? Wholly unnecessary, because you could easily just put plastic over the top of that if you're really going to do it in plastic, instead of doing a big solid cap. It's sugar, for crying out loud. It's not gonna spoil. So, do I dare give it a sniff? I'm going to end up with sugar up my nose. Okay, yeah, I can kind of smell the licorice. So, don't know if you can see it in there. But there's your licorice dip. And a big old pile of sugar. So, here's what we do. The licorice, because it's been buried deep in there, it's not particularly long. I somehow remember these being longer. I don't know, maybe I was just smaller. I certainly was smaller. That's for sure. So what you do is you sort of lick the licorice thing, you dip it, and then you eat the sugar. So let's do it, shall we? This is a sherbet fountain from Barrett's. Let's give it the old taste test. It's not very, this licorice isn't very sturdy, so it's kind of hard to actually get it all the way in. So licorice, I can't get it down underneath the actual powder. I can only get it to like the surface level. God, I haven't had sherbet in years. I mean, it's a pain in the arse to eat. You're basically just dipping this thing and licking it, and that could take you all day if you really wanted it to. It's nice, sugary, it's sweet. It's almost lemony. There's no actual lemon in it though, but it does kind of taste kind of lemony. It doesn't just taste like a mouthful of sugar. Don't know if sherbet is just pure sugar or if, some of those other ingredients are part of the sherbet. I'm not really sure, but it's nice. It's kind of citrusy, and tart, very tart. I think if I pour this in my mouth, it's going to be quite painful. Let's give it a try. Oh, I've got up my nose. Oh, went up my nose from inside my mouth. Oh, don't do that again. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, quite tart, quite but sweet at the same time. Kind of citrusy. It's nice as long as you're only licking the licorice thing. It doesn't really, you can't really taste the licorice. I mean, you can taste it a little bit, but not to nearly the degree you would if you ate like a licorice allsort or something. I wanna take a bite out of this. I wanna nibble just to see what it tastes like. You're supposed to eat all the sugar first and then finish off by eating the licorice thing. It's licorice. There's not much I can say about it. It's chewy and yeah, tastes like licorice. That's what it is. So, not a lot to it really. Okay. Well, I'm probably not going to eat the rest of this because I can't be bothered. It's just too much like hard work. Might keep a kid busy for 10 minutes. As long as they don't get it everywhere. But yeah, I'm not that fussed about it really. I'll probably just dip it one more time and stick this whole thing in my mouth. So yeah, not bad. Sherbet. It's sherbet. You know, if you like sherbet, you'll like it. It's a very stereotypical kind of common British sweetie. Has been around for donkeys. And yeah, where I think time has moved on, unfortunately. The sherbet fountain is no longer a staple of a child's diet. Certainly not a staple of mine anymore, that's for sure. Well, that will do for today. That was the sherbet fountain from Barrett. a traditional British treat. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit the wee notification bell thing, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments how you feel about sherbet fountains. You know, did you have them when you were a kid? Do you still eat them now? What are your memories of them? I certainly have a lot of these memories of these bursting all over the place and getting sugar everywhere. Pretty sure we were asked not to eat these in the house at one point. Aye. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next video. Cheers. Stop, you stupid thing.